Good evening, guys. Tonight you're going to be taking notes over solving quadratic functions in factored form. So the first form we talked about was vertex. The second form we're now going to talk about is factored. Factored form does tell you a certain landmark, and by the end of this lesson you will be able to tell me what landmark it talks about. All right, go ahead and title this factored form. Your essential question again is that you're going to be able to tell me what landmark you're going to be able to solve for using quadratic equations in factored form specifically. Here's your skeleton outline. A is still going to be that stretch factor. Is it wide, narrow? Does it open up or does it open down? You must make sure that you are switching the signs of whatever these R1s and R2s are, and we're going to talk about those in a minute. So what do they mean? But make sure you do switch signs. All right, we are going to use this zero product property. You've talked about it once, I think 7th grade, but maybe not remember, so we'll go back over it. To solve quadratics in factored form, those solutions are called roots, and they're your x-intercepts. So R1 and R2 are your x-intercepts, so no longer a question mark, they are your x-intercepts. All right, our first example we're going to go over is we're going to solve the equation. It's a quadratic equation in factored form, and the zero product property tells us to set the equation equal to 0. When we're multiplying, I have two terms that are being multiplied, x and x plus 8. One of those has to be 0 in order for the answer to be 0. So we're going to set them to two different equations and solve two different equations to figure out. That tells us two different times x has an answer, two intercepts for x. So our first one is x equals 0. Since this is by itself, you're done. The next one, the second one, is x plus 8 equals 0. All right, solve for x. We take away 8, take away 8. X equals -8. You found the two x-intercepts. The two roots are x equals 0 and x equals -8. Now I have taught you the cheat on how to find the x-intercepts instead of using that table and finding when y will be 0. Makes it much easier. All right, example 2. Again, zero product property, we're going to set this equal to 0. We're then going to have to break it up into the two different terms that are being multiplied, term 1 and term 2. So 3t equals 0, divide by 3, divide by 3. The first root, the first x-intercept is 0. The second x-intercept is t plus 2 equals 0. Take away 2, take away 2. T equals -2. The two roots, the two x-intercepts are x equals 0, or sorry, t, because we're using t, and t equals -2. And you did it. All right, example 3. Another form you'll see is when it's z minus 4, when it has a binomial times a binomial, and you're going to break it up into two different multiplication problems. One of them must be 0 for the answer to be 0, so that's what we're going to solve for. Z minus 4 equals 0, and z minus 6 equals 0. Oh, I didn't need the parentheses, sorry. Getting a little parentheses happy. Okay, so add 4, add 4. The first x-intercept is z equals 4. The second intercept, plus 6 is z equals 6. So the two x-intercepts, the two, we call them roots, are z equals 4 and z equals 6. You did it. And the last way you will see a quadratic is when it's has a binomial that's squared. Really, this means b plus b plus 7 times b plus 7. Setting up to 0, using your zero product property, two different terms that are actually the same, so they're the same, so we only have to solve for one. That tells you there's only one x-intercept here, only one. So b plus 7 equals 0, take away 7, b equals negative 7. The only root, the only x-intercept is negative 7. All right, you're going to try these 5 problems on your own. When you're ready to go over your answers, please play your video and we'll go over them. All right, your first one, you should have that p is 0 and p is 6. All right, number 2, the two answers are n is negative 7 and n is 2. The third one, there's only one, and that's k is negative 3. The fourth one, hopefully you followed through. I didn't really talk about these two. The fourth one is y is 8 divided by 2, which equals 4, and y is 2 divided by 3. All right, 5. This one has 3 roots. This one is not a quadratic, but that's okay. We'll go over and we'll find the 3 different roots. So it crosses the x-axis 3 different times. The first one is x equals 0. X equals 0. The second one is x equals 20 divided by 4, which is 5. Which equals 5. That's that one. And the last one is x equals negative 9. All right. Go ahead and answer your essential question, and good luck on your checkpoint.